Hey there, you looking kinda cute. Please consider subscribing and check out our Patreon for more. Enjoy the video. In a modest house in a quiet neighborhood lived a husband and wife. The husband, whose name was Tom, had a routine that was simple and unchanging. Every evening after work, he would come home, sit in his favorite chair in the living room, and turn on the TV. There, with a cold beer in hand, he would spend hours watching shows, leaving the room only to grab another drink or snack. The wife, Anna, was a full-time housewife. Her days were filled with various tasks, cleaning, cooking, and keeping everything in order. She took pride in her work, but it wasn't easy. Each day brought its own set of challenges, from stubborn stains on clothes to fixing a meal when ingredients were running low. One evening, as Tom was absorbed in a football game, Anna approached him. The living room was cluttered with empty bottles and snack wrappers from the past few days. "Tom, could you please help me clean up a bit?" she asked, trying to keep her voice calm. Tom barely glanced away from the TV. "I'm tired, Anna. I've been working all day. Can't it wait?" Anna's patience was wearing thin. "I work all day too, you know. Keeping this house in order is no easy task." Tom chuckled. "Come on, Anna. How hard can it be to take care of the house? I'm out there earning for us, and you're here. It's not the same." This comment struck a nerve in Anna. She felt unappreciated and undervalued. "Is that what you think? Why don't you try doing my job for a month? Let's see how easy it is." Tom laughed it off. "Sure, why not? If it will prove my point, I'll do it." The conversation ended there, but the tension lingered. Over the next couple of days, Anna stopped doing her usual chores. Dishes piled up in the sink, laundry was left undone, and the house became increasingly messy. Tom, still glued to his TV, began to notice but didn't comment. After 4 days of living in the untidy house, Tom couldn't take it anymore. The kitchen was a mess, and finding clean clothes became a challenge. Finally, he stood up from his chair, turned off the TV, and declared, "Fine, I'll do it myself. It's easy, after all." The next morning, Tom started his new role. He began with the kitchen, washing dishes and cleaning countertops. It took longer than he expected, and by the time he was done, he was already feeling tired. Next was the laundry, sorting the clothes, figuring out the right settings on the washing machine, and then hanging the clothes to dry was a whole new experience for him. By lunchtime, Tom was exhausted. He hadn't even started on the vacuuming or dusting. As he sat down to eat a sandwich, he realized this was going to be harder than he thought. But he was determined not to admit it to Anna. The following days were full of household chores: vacuuming, dusting, cleaning the bathroom, and cooking meals. Each task was more time-consuming and tiring than Tom had imagined. He started to appreciate the effort Anna put into keeping their home clean and comfortable. One evening, as Tom was folding laundry, Anna walked in and watched him for a moment. "You're doing a good job," she said softly, trying to encourage him. Tom looked up, a bit surprised by her compliment. "Thanks, but I can do it myself. This is so easy," he lied, trying to act like he was still right. Tom had been managing the housework for a week now. The days started early and ended late. He cleaned, cooked, and did laundry. He learned to iron clothes and even tried his hand at cooking new recipes. Every task was more challenging than he had thought. He couldn't just sit and watch TV anymore. There was always something to be done, and he was always busy. One evening, after a long day of cleaning and cooking, Anna came to Tom with a peculiar request. "Tom, I think you should wear a maid's uniform while doing the housework. It will help you get into the role better," she suggested. Tom was shocked. "A maid's uniform? No way, I'm not going to wear that," he protested. Anna's expression was serious. "If you don't, I might think you're not serious. I will just leave the house." Tom was in a tough spot. He didn't want to wear a maid's uniform, but he also didn't want Anna to think he found it hard. After thinking it over, he reluctantly agreed. "Fine, but only when I'm doing the housework," he said. The next day, Tom put on the maid's uniform for the first time. It was a simple black and white dress with a small apron. He felt silly wearing it and hoped no one would see him. But as he started his chores, he began to forget about the uniform. He was too busy vacuuming the floors, dusting the shelves, and making sure everything was clean. As days passed, Tom got used to the maid's uniform. He even found it practical for cleaning. It had pockets for keeping cleaning supplies, and the apron protected his clothes from spills and stains. One afternoon, while Tom was folding laundry, Anna brought him a box. "I got you something," she said, handing it over. Tom opened the box and found a wig inside. It was long and brown, just like Anna's hair. "A wig? Why?" Tom asked, surprised. Anna smiled. "It's part of your transformation. You're doing well with the housework, so I thought this would be the next step." Tom hesitated. Wearing a wig seemed like a big step, but he remembered his promise to Anna. He took a deep breath and put on the wig. Looking in the mirror, he hardly recognized himself. He had long hair now, and with the maid's uniform, he looked very different. Over the next few days, Tom's routine included the wig. He wore it while doing his chores, and after a while, he almost forgot he was wearing it. It became just another part of his day. Then, one evening, Anna had another surprise. She brought out a set of makeup. "I think it's time to add this to your look," she said. Tom was hesitant again. Makeup seemed like another big step, but Anna showed him how to apply it. She taught him about foundation, lipstick, and even a little bit of blush. Tom was clumsy at first, but with practice, he got better. Wearing makeup, the wig, and the maid's uniform, Tom continued his housework. He was now fully transformed into his role as a housewife. He cooked, cleaned, and took care of the house, looking very different from the man who had sat in front of the TV with a beer just a few weeks ago. Tom's transformation into a housewife was becoming more apparent each day. After getting used to wearing the maid's uniform, the wig, and even the makeup, he started to see these changes as a normal part of his life now. It wasn't just about keeping the house clean anymore. It was about fulfilling the role completely. One morning, while Tom was preparing breakfast, Anna brought him a shopping bag. "I picked up some clothes for you," she said, smiling. Tom opened the bag and found several women's outfits inside. There were dresses, skirts, and blouses in different colors and styles. Tom felt a mix of surprise and hesitation. Wearing a maid's uniform was one thing, but these clothes were different. They were the kind of clothes Anna would wear. "Why do I need these?" Tom asked, trying to keep his voice steady. Anna explained, "It's part of your transformation. You've been doing great with the chores, and I think this will help you understand my role even better." Tom knew he had promised to take over Anna's responsibilities, and he didn't want to back out now. So, with a deep breath, he decided to try on the clothes. He started with a simple skirt and blouse. Looking at himself in the mirror, he saw a completely different person. He was no longer the man who lounged in front of the TV. He was someone taking on a new role, a new identity. Tom began wearing the new clothes regularly. He noticed how the fabrics felt different from his usual attire, how the skirts swished around his legs, and how the blouses fit snugly. It was a new experience, one that made him think about how clothes can make a person feel different. Anna then introduced Tom to more aspects of being a housewife. She taught him how to choose accessories, like necklaces and bracelets, to go with his outfits. She showed him how to style the wig in different ways, how to make it look like real hair. Tom also learned more about makeup. He experimented with eyeshadows and lipsticks, finding colors that he liked. Applying makeup became a part of his morning routine, something he never would have imagined doing before. Each day brought a new lesson, a new experience. Tom learned to walk in the shoes with small heels, to sit and move gracefully in skirts, and to perform tasks with his new appearance. He was no longer just doing the chores. He was living the life of a housewife. Tom's transformation was not just about the outside. He began to understand the role of a housewife from the inside. He learned the importance of managing a home, of creating a welcoming space for himself and Anna. He realized that being a housewife was about care and attention to the home and the people in it. One day, while Tom was sorting through the laundry, he found himself humming a tune. He was surprised at himself. The tasks that had once seemed tedious were now parts of a routine that he had come to appreciate. He was no longer just trying to prove a point. He was living a new reality. By now, Tom had fully adapted to his new role as a housewife. He was no longer the person who just sat and watched TV. He had become someone entirely different. Each morning, he would get up, put on his wig and makeup, and choose an outfit from the new clothes Anna had bought for him. He would then spend the day doing various chores, cooking, and keeping the house tidy. While Tom was organizing the closet, Anna brought him a new item. It was a pair of women's shoes with small heels. Tom looked at them, feeling a bit nervous. He had never worn anything like them before. "I thought these would complete your outfit," Anna said encouragingly. Tom took a deep breath and tried on the shoes. At first, he wobbled a bit, not used to the heels. But as he wore them more, he got better at walking in them. He even found that they made him feel more in tune with his role. It was like each piece of clothing and accessory he wore helped him understand Anna's experience better. As the weeks passed, Tom's transformation became more evident. He began to pay attention to small details, like how to keep his wig looking neat and how to apply makeup more skillfully. He even started experimenting with different styles of clothing, mixing and matching pieces to create new outfits. Tom also learned to manage his time more efficiently. He made schedules for cleaning, shopping, and cooking. He discovered new recipes and tried them out, wanting to make each meal special. The house was always clean and organized, and he took pride in his work. One evening, after a long day, Tom sat down on the sofa. He was tired, but he felt a sense of accomplishment. He looked around the house, noticing how everything was in its place. For the first time, he truly understood how much effort went into being a housewife. It wasn't just about doing chores, it was about creating a comfortable and welcoming home. The final week of Tom's challenge as a housewife arrived. Over the past month, he had experienced a life he never imagined. From doing chores in a maid's uniform to wearing women's clothes and makeup, his daily routine had changed completely. One morning, Tom stood in front of the mirror getting ready for the day. He put on his wig and applied his makeup with care. He chose a floral dress and matching shoes. As he looked at his reflection, he realized how much he had changed. He was no longer just dressing up. He felt comfortable in these clothes. They had become a part of him. That day, as he vacuumed the living room and cooked dinner, Tom reflected on his journey. He remembered how he used to think that housework was easy, something that didn't require much effort. But now, he knew better. He had learned that being a housewife was hard work. It was not just about keeping the house clean. It was about managing a home, making it a place of comfort and warmth. Tom also thought about how he felt wearing women's clothing. At first, it was just a part of the challenge, but over time, he had started to like how he looked and felt in them. He liked the softness of the fabrics and the way the clothes fit him. It was a side of himself he never knew existed. As the sun set, Anna came home from her job. She found Tom in the kitchen, putting the final touches on dinner. She smiled at him. "You've done a great job this month, Tom." Tom looked at her. "Thank you, Anna. This challenge, it's changed me. I understand now how much work you put into this house, and I respect that. And I've also learned something about myself." Anna nodded. "I can see that. You seem different, happier in some way." Tom agreed. "I am. I've realized that I like being like this. It's hard to explain, but dressing this way, doing these chores, it's made me see a part of myself I didn't know was there." Anna hugged him. "I'm glad you found something that makes you happy. And I'm here for you no matter what." The next day, Tom decided to continue with some of the routines he had developed over the month. He still did the housework, but now Anna helped him. They worked together, sharing the responsibilities. Tom also continued to wear women's clothing. He felt that this was a part of his identity now, something he didn't want to give up. He had a new collection of dresses, skirts, and blouses, and he wore them with confidence. The month-long challenge had come to an end, but for Tom, it was the beginning of a new chapter in his life. He had learned to appreciate the work of a housewife, and he had discovered a new aspect of his personality. He felt happy and content, knowing that he had the support of his wife. As Tom and Anna sat down for dinner, they talked about the future. They discussed how they would continue to share the housework and how they would support each other. Tom felt grateful for this experience. It had not only changed his view of housework, but also allowed him to explore and accept a new part of himself. The challenge had started as a way to prove a point, but it ended up being a journey of discovery and acceptance for Tom. He had learned valuable lessons and had grown as a person. He looked forward to the days ahead, ready to embrace his new life with Anna by his side. As the new month began, Tom and Anna found themselves in a routine that was different from before. The challenge of Tom being a housewife for a month had ended, but the changes it brought did not disappear. Tom had discovered a new side of himself, and he decided to embrace it. Every morning, Tom would wake up and choose an outfit from his collection of women's clothing. He found joy in selecting what to wear, whether it was a dress, a skirt, or a blouse. He had become skilled at doing his makeup and styling his wig, and he took pride in his appearance. Anna watched Tom's transformation with support and understanding. She noticed how much happier he seemed, how he moved with more confidence and grace. Tom's new identity had brought a positive change to both their lives. They communicated more, shared household responsibilities, and enjoyed spending time together. Tom continued to take care of the house, but now Anna helped more. They cooked meals together, laughing and talking as they worked. They cleaned the house as a team, making the work feel lighter and more enjoyable. Their home was filled with a new sense of cooperation and partnership. One weekend, they decided to go shopping together. Tom was a bit nervous at first, but Anna was by his side, offering encouragement. They picked out new clothes for Tom, experimenting with different styles and colors. Tom felt a rush of excitement as he tried on different outfits, feeling more and more comfortable in his new role. At home, Tom and Anna rearranged their closet, making space for Tom's new wardrobe. They talked about their plans for the future, about how they would continue to support each other. Tom felt grateful for Anna's acceptance and love. He knew that not everyone would understand his choice, but having Anna's support meant everything to him. As the days passed, Tom's confidence grew. He started to venture outside in his new clothes, doing simple tasks like going to the grocery store or walking in the park. He was nervous at first, but he found that most people didn't pay much attention. He felt a sense of freedom, being true to himself. One afternoon, while Tom was baking in the kitchen, Anna came in and wrapped her arms around him. "I'm so proud of you," she said. "You've shown so much courage." Tom smiled. "I couldn't have done it without you. You've helped me discover a part of me I didn't know was there. I feel like I'm finally being true to myself." Anna kissed him on the cheek. "And that's all that matters. We're in this together, no matter what." As the sun set, they sat together at the dinner table, enjoying the meal Tom had prepared. They talked about their day, about the little moments that made them smile. They were a team, stronger and closer than ever. Tom's journey of becoming a housewife for a month had started as a challenge, but it turned into a journey of self-discovery and acceptance. He had found a new identity, one that made him feel whole and happy. Together with Anna, they had created a new normal, a life filled with understanding, love, and respect. As Tom went to bed that night, he thought about the future. He knew there would be challenges and that not everyone would understand his choices. But he also knew that he had Anna by his side, and together they could face anything. He drifted off to sleep, feeling content and excited for what the future held. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Patreon for a lot more content and early access to YouTube videos.